Recorded Books presents an unabridged recording of Controversies and Commanders, Dispatches from the Army of the Potomac by Stephen W. Sears, narrated by Nelson Runger.
Preface. The high command of the Army of the Potomac was a changeable and frequently disjointed collection of men. It was a rare moment indeed when the generals of the Union's principal army marched in step or even in the same direction. A number of them all too often appeared to be fighting against rather than for the administration in Washington that employed them. Every Civil War army had its share of controversies, to be sure, but the Potomac Army's controversies were unique. This book examines 10 incidents of war as waged by the Army of the Potomac in which controversy and commanders were spoken in the same breath. 3 of these essays were originally written for MHQ, the Quarterly Journal of Military History. They have been recast here as necessary to fit my present purposes. The remaining 7 were written especially for this book. The selection of subject matter is, of course, subjective. These incidents and these commanders seem to me worthy of more investigation than they have had previously. My findings, it will be noted, do not always align with conventional wisdom. It is entirely fitting to begin a Civil War work titled Controversies and Commanders with something on General McClellan. Certainly no Northern commander in that war was regarded in his own time as more controversial. Because of my close connection with McClellan, as his biographer, as editor of his papers, as a chronicler of his 2 major campaigns, I have as a matter of course evaluated what historians have written about the general over the last century or so. This opening essay offers the fruits of that evaluation. For much of this century, it seems that in appraising McClellan, his biographers took one path, while general historians of the war took another. Never the twain did meet. General McClellan was to the former simply the shield of the Union. To the latter he was simply, as Kenneth P. Williams famously put it, an attractive but vain and unstable man with considerable military knowledge who sat a horse well and wanted to be president. Surely there is a truth to be found somewhere between these extremes.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?